Good afternoon, welcome to press conference for Cam Norrie. As always, could you please raise your hand and state your name and organisation when asking the question? Cam, nice win today. Just give us your thoughts on the match today.
Yeah, it was a very nice win and it was a high-level match from both of us. I think especially in that first set, I was playing well, serving well, did nothing wrong and lost at 6-4, and just tried to tell myself to kind of keep doing what I'm doing and not really don't need to change too much, and just kind of hoping his level would drop a little bit, and it did ever so slightly, and I took my chances when I needed to, and yeah, I was pretty calm, and I was really enjoying my tennis out there. I love that court. The atmosphere was so good, and I served well, like I said, throughout the whole match. I think I was very consistent mentally throughout that match.
We'll go to Jack first.
You just said there how much you love that court. You said it on court afterwards as well. You must be one of the few sort of British players here that's got no interest in going on centre.
Yeah, not really, to be honest. I would love to play on that court one again. I just really like how the court plays and how my team is kind of on the very corner of the court. They have a good view, and you kind of feel the connection with your team, and you can get fired up. And it's definitely a little bit more loud than the centre court. Obviously, it's just so special, the centre court as well. But I always play well on the court one, so I would like to stay playing there, and it was a lot of fun today, and there was a great atmosphere throughout the whole match.
That's the first time you've beaten a top 20 player here at Wimbledon, I think. Does that sort of win give you belief you can do something similar to what you did here in 2022?
Yeah, for sure, especially with the level that I played. I played unreal match, very complete all around, serving well, moving well, kind of solving the drop shot really well, which in the past I hadn't done that well, hitting the slice well, coming forward well, being clinical. I think it was a very good performance from me, and then mentally as well. I was very stable throughout the whole match, and I think if you spoke to Francis as well, he would probably say the same. It was a very high level match, and he was playing so well, and I never really flinched and just kept playing and kept doing what I was doing, and made the match on my terms. So yeah, I can take a lot of confidence from that. Another match under my belt here, another win, and yeah, to be honest, the win is great, but I was just really enjoying the competitive nature of the match, and just problem solving out there, and enjoying the tough moments, and really getting fired up for the crowd and fired up with myself and my team as well. So overall, just really enjoyed the match, and it was a bit of an icing on the cake to get the win as well.
How do you think you can go?
That's a good question. If I continue that level, it'll be nice and a lot of fun, but depend on what happens on the other side of the net. I'm just going to take care of my business, and it was an amazing win today, but there's still so many good players in the draw, and it only gets tougher, and I'm going to have to play even better to have a chance with my next opponent.
Willie?
You mentioned the other players. There have been so many upsets. How does that affect your thinking, and to what do you attribute it?
It doesn't change my thinking at all, and it just shows that the level of the unseeded players is so high. I didn't see like any of the seeds playing that badly. I saw a lot of good level from a lot of already I know they're good players. So it's an amazing to see how much depth there is in our sport, and how everyone takes it so professional nowadays, traveling with a fitness trainer, full team. And I think, yeah, I'm not that surprised. There's some seeds out, and yeah, there's still so many good players in the draw. So for me, it changed absolutely nothing.
Stay in the middle.
Hi, Cam. Candy from Wimbledon. I just wondered, you had a forearm injury which kept you out of a lot of tournaments last year. Are you fully healthy?
Yes, I am, and I think that one really I never had like a serious injury in my career, like ever since I was young, so I'd never taken a lot of time out of the sport, and I think it was really difficult for me to come back from that one, and you think you're okay, and then kind of self-consciously you kind of adapting and changing some of your swings, and yeah, just trusting it mentally, I think, was the toughest part, because I'd never gone through that before. But yeah, right now I'm healthy and enjoying my tennis a lot, so I think having that injury definitely puts a good perspective on all this, and you take it for granted sometimes when you're healthy and you're you could maybe be not that happy that you're not winning matches, but at least you're out here competing. So I think it's nice to have those moments. And even before the match today, I was like, this is such a good experience to go and play Frances. He's one of the best players in the world, and on grass, he loves it. It's a huge challenge, and I'm very nervous for the match. I'm tight. I'm playing on a court that I like, and I think just really letting that sit in and knowing that's a great chance, great opportunity, and I love to compete. I'm a really competitive guy, so there's no other guy that wants to be doing this other than me, so I wanted to enjoy it.
Tamani?
Hey, thanks.
Obviously, enjoyment's been kind of a big theme for you recently, and I'm curious, like the way you've approached the tennis over the past few months, trying to enjoy every aspect of your work. Do you consider it like a new kind of perspective and a new way of looking at things, or is it similar to how you were conducting yourself before? If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I think just with injuries, and I think if you have the wrong perspective, and you're kind of chasing results and you want everything to happen quite quickly, and then I think, like Dan Evans said the other day, that the doubt creeps into your mind and other people start talking, and you think, oh, if I have the fitness or I have the level, it's like Dan said, it can be scary not when you're not winning matches, and you can get desperate. And I think it's having a good team around you, and I think for me, just knowing that I'm a good player, and knowing you have a good level to trust your tennis, and kind of letting go of the expectations of I should be doing this, or I'm hitting the ball so well that I should be winning, or kind of that perspective, just letting all that stuff go. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you're hitting the ball, it doesn't matter how you're doing in practice or whatever, you're just kind of there to accept where you are, where your ranking is, and just why not enjoy it? We're very lucky to play tennis, and just can't control everything, just control what you can control, and go out there and compete and play point for point, and enjoy all of that, and don't take the competing for granted. Like I said, I was injured, and I was not playing, and it was tough to watch the US Open last year, knowing other players were playing. I was there watching all the matches on my sofa. I was like, I would love to be doing that, and watching all the seeds lose at US Open as well. So I was like, it'd be nice to be playing. So nice to be back, and nice to, like you said, enjoying the tennis and enjoying the moments, and I was able to do that today, and I went out there with a big smile on my face and let it all in.
When you were in the top 20, did you feel you had this mindset? Because I guess I'm mainly asking because sometimes even when players are at their most successful, they say they didn't enjoy the moment, and then it goes. So did you feel you approached things in this way when you were in the top 20, and it's familiar to that, or is it different?
I think it's a bit different, just having a bit more experience. And I think when I was in the top 10 and the top 20, everything was very automatic. I was not thinking. We're just very professional. We're on to the next thing, and we're enjoying in our own way. We're always enjoying, and we're just kind of doing the right things, and it was good momentum, and we're pushing, and I was playing well. We're just focusing all on the positives. It was so good, and we're just talking about positives the whole time, and I think it's a good thing to go through, not being injured and not winning, and then just having resilience to back yourself, and I think I'm enjoying my tennis more than ever, and it was really nice coming up to get into the top 10, and it's just really tough to stay there. Obviously, there's a lot of guys coming back, and I think on the flip side of that, for me now, coming into the match today against Frances, being the underdog and play for free, it's a lot easier, than in the past when I previously played Frances. I was the highest seeded player, and the pressure was on me. So it's nice to hunt the other guys and be on the flip side, and it's been good fun trying to get back to where I was, and there's still a long way to go.
Go back to Jack.
Just in terms of your mentality changing, that perspective changing, does this fortnight sort of day to day look any different now to how it did before the injury? You're doing different things when you go home tonight, or is it still very similar that way?
Very similar. We'll go back now, probably play some cards after this, and enjoy and do treatment. Nothing changes. The body's feeling good, so we still have the same perspective on everything.
Here on the right.
Hiya. You mentioned how the high number of seeds out just goes to show how tough the competition is. Do you feel like it's quite an unpredictable championships this year?
Not really. It's another Wimbledon, another special tournament. Yeah, just shows there's so many good players, and I don't see the Daniil or Sasha played that bad to lose, and some of the other guys too. But yeah, I don't see it unpredictable. I was not that surprised with some of the results. It was them playing their best and then them taking all their chances, and especially on grass. You know, it's a surface where it can happen very quickly, and you don't really have too many chances. And yeah, I think especially in Roland Garros, there was some upsets as well, especially in the first 3 rounds too. But yeah, not as many as here.
Any further questions? No? Okay, we'll conclude it there.
Thank you guys. Cheers.